What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video here on the John Doc YouTube channel. Today is Thursday. We're supposed to go to the racetrack, supposed to be running. Canceled it due to rain. As you can tell, it's nice and sunny out, but they are calling for rain later today, which around here, it's like every Thursday we try to do this race, it rains. But we're going to keep trying, we're going to keep plugging away, and eventually we're going to get more than one round of this free entry race at Glot Motorsports Park in. We got some construction, some renovations going on in here. Cleaning some stuff up, trying to make it look nicer, and along with cleaning stuff up, we are over here with the new Holley harness. Now, this harness is not new. It's new to us. It's new to Ben. Ben has never seen this one before, this exact one. But how many Holley harnesses have you stared at before?
A lot. Quite a few. And
this is not only just the harness, but this is a lot of the factory wiring that came along with the car that they had connected, because this system was in a car before. So we're going through and we're just trying to separate it, because I'd say the harness for this car is going to be more bare bones.
Yeah, we run our harness, well, out of preference, we just run all our stuff non-integrated.
Yeah.
So, like, the Holley stuff is like, it stays with the Holley stuff. Some people integrate harnesses, meaning they marry like the car harness and computer harness together.
This? Yeah. There's like factory fuse block, so...
Yeah, stuff that has nothing to do with the ECM at all, like windows or lights.
And that's fine if that's how you want to do it, but this is going in a race car. I mean, this is going to be the Salty Chicken's harness. Chris actually has a harness sitting right over there that's going in his car. Similar deal, but not nearly as bad. But I told Austin when he got this to me, he's like, do you want me to separate? I was like, no, it's fine. We'll go through it and do it. And so now we could show you guys what's going on. I will say they never see any wiring stuff. Wiring is not really that fun to watch, is it?
It's not the greatest, no.
But would you say it's rewarding?
Yeah, it feels good to do.
Once it's done and done right,
mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it.
So what we have so far, we got the main power harness over there that we did have separated. We got the plug for the computer to hook up to the ECU. And this is the engine harness. I got the injector harness up there, and it is married in a couple different places. We got some wires that are going through everywhere. What are you tackling right now? Trying to just get this fuse block off?
Yeah.
Two of those wires from this harness go all the way to that fuse block, don't they?
One's for the fuel pump, the other one is...
fan?
One of the two. It's like Holley harnesses come out of the box with like a couple of loose wires that like they tell you in the instructions, like they're coiled up, and they give you like a long lead. And they'll say, you know, this one does this one, that one does this one, but they come loose. So
you have to put them in.
He's obviously attached them to some places. And we're just going through trying to cut everything. Like these two right here. Here's your two loose ones that come. One of these is like ignition power, and the other one, the green one, I think is fuel pump. Green is typically fuel pump.
God, you're not kidding when they say they give you some wire, huh?
Mm-hmm. And so that goes into the fuse block there, so we would just take these, like that, and then this one now go over here with all this stuff. We'll get rid of this boogity looking loom.
Yeah, I'll be ordering stock in Holley loom. I can tell you that. The Holley loom is super nice.
Yeah, it's nice and braided, and there's some stuff out there that's also braided, but it's a non-split loom.
So like you have to fish it through?
You have to fish it through, but you can pull it, and you can pull the mesh. Like it's cross mesh. You can pull it tight, and when you do that, if you heat shrink it, it's like the Chinese finger lock.
Oh yeah.
So when you pull it tight, it's like variable size. You can push it together and make it where you can fit like that much through it. Or
where you pull it
so tight where it's like.
Give me a, oh, so good.
Oh, so good, please.
Oh, loom?
Oh, finger lock loom, please.
So this is the fun part of wiring, that you wired a bunch of stuff up since we've been doing the cars. You wired up the Salty Chicken, or sorry, take that back. You wired up the Boosted Rooster. That was all stock computer, but you cut the entire factory harness apart.
Yeah, the entire factory harness, the entire engine harness from the main 2 computer plugs all the way out to the last sensor was sitting as bare wire on the floor. And then we went and cut all the factory splices out and like removed all the. We didn't just cut the plug end off. Like we took
the wire out.
The wire out for every single sensor we didn't need out, and we were left with like 8 ejectors, 2 main coil pack plugs, cam and crank, a few grounds, map sensor, intake air temp sensor, and coolant temp. And there may be 1 or 2 TPS.
No oil pressure, because we didn't have something to give us oil pressure, but we could smell the good oil pressure. You could smell it. You could hear it. Yeah, you could hear the good oil pressure.
Knock.
Oh, so good.
So good. And a couple grounds, and then like a stock LS harness. Cut up a factory ECM harness, like a stock LS harness. There's like 3 pink wires that need ignition power, a few grounds, 1 that goes near the computer, 2 that go on the head, 1 more that goes on the block, and then...
And you went through and
there's 1 that has power all the time, and that's it.
And I'd say that's what kind of made the Boosted Rooster so nice, was the engine bay was super clean.
Yeah, the wires can leave.
Yeah, they can, like this, they can leave. And we'll take a look out here at the Black Sheep. Ben did all the wiring on the Black Sheep, and as you can see in here, I mean, it's super neat. Everything is all tied up. There's not a bunch of wires, not a bird's nest anywhere. Everything is all zip tied up. And we got the front clip on, but there's no engine in there right now, so I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see anything. But that's pretty much the bulk of the wiring that we have for this car. This car, you know, gets 100% wired up, but that's pretty much all the wiring that we have. So if you do the wiring right and you do it good the first time, you can generally avoid a bunch of wiring gremlins, and they are by far the worst. They are no fun to deal with. Is that Holley?
Inputs and outputs.
Holley?
Yeah. So this, like, typically it's like $40, and they send you a box. And you open it up, and it looks like that.
That's the box.
Yeah, this is in the box.
Okay, and what would you use all that stuff for?
Inputs and outputs. That's your main. It's the bridge between, like, the computer and where, yeah, right here. So instead of having to cut these
and wire those up,
it's a way. All out of 1 car.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is like very minimal also, compared to what it normally is. All right, Ben, give me a quick rundown from back to front what we got going on here. So this is, I was wondering, these are all factory Holley splices in there.
So basically these 2 plug into the computer. This looks like he did something here.
Like spliced into something?
Yeah, it looks like a wheel speed sensor or output speed, output shaft.
Is that what this is?
Yeah, that's what that looks like. Normally when they're twisted together like that, that's for like a wheel speed sensor or output speed or input speed or some sort of like Hall effect.
Okay. So as we go down it, I mean, there's really not much going on. Then what do we have here?
That's CAN bus. Here's your main power relay. This is the main power to turn the computer on. Here's the main power fuse. This is an ignition on and off and a ground. This is CAN bus. That's where like your screen would plug in at. Inputs and outputs. Power feeding to like, oh, something loose wire. There's a couple loose wires in there. Fans, fuel pump.
Whatever you decide.
Ignition, a ground or 2, yada yada yada, whatever.
We got a bunch of knock sensor stuff up here, which we're gonna delete.
Yep. So there's a manifold air pressure sensor, even coils. Here's how it lays out. So here's how it would normally lay out. So this is fuel pressure, I believe. Yeah, fuel pressure, injector harness, oil pressure, ground to the head. This side coils, that side coils. Fuel, we already said that, map, wide band. And then up here is like your throttle body kind of room, idle air control, throttle position sensor, cam sensor, coolant temp sensor, manifold, air temp. That's it.
And that's the Holley harness.
Oh, can't reach crank.
Oh yeah, that's kind of important.
These two go crank.
So question, if we're gonna run a flying magnet, we don't use those.
Correct.
We run something else. And then we have the injector harness here, but this injector harness is not going to work for what we want to do because we've got to run some billet atomizers.
Yeah, you can run atomizers on these if you change the plugs, but they recommend stepping up the wire size a little bit.
So a little beefier?
Yeah, they are surprisingly a little demanding. I mean, we're not having problems with that car, but the wires on that car are a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
But on this one, we'll just go ahead and
do it right first time.
Real big, like
some thick wire.
12 gauge, like 14 gauge. This is like 18.
So
it'll be like we'll do them in like that.
Yeah, that's quite a bit bigger. Yeah. People said they wanted salted chicken stuff, so we're giving it to them. We got a motor. We got the Holley stuff. We're going through the wiring harness.
Went through and cleaned up and got ourselves an engine harness that's ready for personalization.
Alright guys, there you have it. That's just like one portion. That was like maybe 20 minutes of what goes on around here during the day. Not as exciting as going out there racing, but we race like an eighth of the time, and Ben's grinding and doing work, and we're all in here working. I got a bunch of motors that I'm tearing down now and putting back together. And yeah, so that's what we have going on. Phil, make an appearance for this video. What do you have to say?
Merch link down below. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe.
Wow, you've been doing your homework, huh? I hear you. I hear you. All right, guys. That's gonna wrap up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like always, comment, like, subscribe. If any of you guys out there are selling a Holley Dominator for like $7, let me know. I'll buy it. Other than that, hope you guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload.